thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm Stephanie if you're new here. So we are going to start out in my pantry out in the garage. This is our emergency food pantry. We also take things out of here and use it, I wouldn't say on a regular basis, but when we need something we pull from it, and then when we do our shopping we put more stuff back in. But that is not today's video. Today's video is we're going to can up some potatoes because I have 2 bags, 2 different kinds that need to be canned up. I don't want them to get wasted. I'm not going to be using them in the next week or so. So I thought I would share how you can up potatoes. And another thing is we store a lot of our food out here on our shelves. So we do some of the mason jar stuff. I might be pulling some of this in for today's video only because I did not seal some of these jars. So we're gonna seal some of these jars up. Back here is just mainly our food. This doesn't need to be like jarred up or anything. If you guys are new here, we do some food prepping. We have 2 pantries out in our garage. One is for emergency and then the other one is our regular daily stuff. I will show you that in a minute. I want to share a product with you guys today, so we are gonna try it out today and see if we like it. And they need to be sealed anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. But let me show you the other pantry. All right, you're gonna hear some birds chirping just because we have baby chicks out in our garage right now until we put them out in a different area. So I had a viewer talk to me about how I could actually clear up some of my shelves. We have all this sugar up here and I have a bunch of flour and stuff mixed in here. So we have bread flour, we have brown sugar, we have powdered sugar, we have a bunch of different things stored out here. So we are going to take our regular flour, not our bread flour, but our regular flour, and we're going to be putting that in different containers. We also are going to do that with our sugar. That way I can take all of this off the shelf and make more room for canning. I have my canned soup. I have some canned hamburger. I also have some stuff down below. I have some jams and jellies, and we're going to make more of that this summer. But the viewer mentioned that, hey, why don't you put a lot of that stuff in a food grade bucket? And that's exactly what we do in the emergency pantry, is we put a lot of food in them buckets for later use, but some of the buckets come with different tops so you can use them on a daily. I'm going to go through all of that in a minute. Before I show you everything, I just want to let you guys know it is summer in Wisconsin. Actually, we have a couple more weeks before summer actually starts, but it is like 80 degrees and some in Wisconsin right now. My kids are outside playing, so I'm going to hurry up and try to get as much done before they come in the house. But there might be noise in a little while if they do come in, so you're just going to have to excuse that. If you come to my channel and you're new, I have 10 children, 8 are in the house, and I do videos sharing all the things that we do here. So we do some food storage, we do some air fryer videos, we do some breakfast videos now, some grocery hauls. So we have a good mix of things that maybe you would be interested in, but I do have children and they do live here. So all of that said, we're gonna get started here. I have a product for you guys today and I'm so excited to share it with you guys because it is super cool. One of the things that I hate about prepping is pulling out big gadgets and things that I need to use just to store my food in. I did have a viewer, like I said, suggest that I put a lot of my stuff in food grade buckets, which we already do, but I never thought to do sugar and flour. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to show you that, but that is not what I want to share with you today. I am going to share this electric mason jar vacuum sealer. It fits in this box. Usually we pull out our vacuum sealer, the big thing, and then it has the attachment, which I had, and I don't know where I put it, but I was going to share that with you also. Oh, I do have it. Okay. So usually you have to pull out your big vacuum sealer and you attach the hose to this, and you can get one for a wide mouth, you can get one for the regular mouth. But I don't need to do that anymore because this little thing that looks like a camera lens, all my kids, I kind of quizzed them on it. I was like, what do you think this is? So a lot of them thought it may be like a camera lens, but this is what it looks like. It comes in the regular and the wide mouth. All you do is turn this spot right here, and the other, like the wide mouth one, is right there. This is all you need. Small, compact, awesome. I can't wait to use it. I want to share it with you guys today. We are going to jar up some rice. I also wanted to share that with you too. So with the food grade buckets, one of the things that you can do is store a lot of your food in food grade buckets. This is what Lauren did. He had this all put together. So he has on here 2 5-pound bags of rice, and when he put it in there. But for today's video, I normally wouldn't take any of that out of the containers, but I want to share this vacuum sealer with you guys today. We are going to be using the regular mouth mason jars, and we're going to use the wide mouth. One of the things too, with the instructions on how to use it, you still want to wipe down your jars. You want to make sure your jars are clean and sanitized and dry before you put any dry canning stuff in there. We do both. So I just started last year doing canning, which we're going to do today. I have my electric canner right here. I love this thing. I do have water bath canning, water bath canners. I also have a big pressure cooker. This one I just got last year or this year, and I love it. So we're going to do potatoes. I have 2 little bags of potatoes. So I have the reds and I have these, and we're going to do that today. We're going to get the sugar and flour off the table first because there's a lot. Let me show you. And after I get done, then I will show you this product. So it's on here, it says VP05 electric mason jar vacuum sealer, keynote, LED, and type C charger. So you do need to charge it, which isn't a big deal, but doesn't come with batteries. I already charged it, and we're gonna see how long it lasts before I would need to charge it again. But I'm just gonna do the 2 5-pound bags, see where we get with that, and do the potatoes. So this is gonna be a fun video. I haven't shared my pantry with you guys in a while. Usually every month I do like a pantry update or a pantry restock, but today is gonna be a little different. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get things started and put back in order. I am so happy that my shelf is finally cleaned off. That was one of the struggles that I have with using our garage as food storage. Lauren has shelves out there for the things that he needs, and we are using our outside garage part. We live in a garage, but the outside garage, actual garage part, is where we put a lot of our food, because inside the garage we don't have a lot of storage for a lot of this, just because this place was never meant to have 10 people live here. So we do the best that we can. I know that we have a lot of viewers, and I have seen other viewers that complain that they don't have enough areas to even start doing food storage. So one of the good things to start doing is getting your food grade buckets, getting your sugar, your flour, your seasonings. Start with that first. Do a little dry canning first before you get put into like the other canning, because that can be a little intimidating if you're just starting out and you think that you need to build everything up right away, and you don't. So we started out a couple years ago, and we mainly started out with canned goods, and then we started dry canning, and now I'm going to be doing regular canning with the pressure cooker. So I'm excited to share this with you. So if you're a beginner canner or dry canning and food prepper, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know that you are new. And if you guys have any questions, I will do my best to help out. All right, let me turn you guys around, and I'm going to show you everything that I have on the table and some of the things that you could use or get to help with your food storage. So on this side is all my sugar, so you can tell how much sugar is taking up my shelving. And I only have 4 things of flour, which is really funny because I was making bread and all this stuff through winter, and I was nonstop going through mason jars. I think one of these might be a sugar one. I usually kind of try to mark them, but I just went through our large jars of flour. I usually keep them in the house. I have a little cabinet that I bring in the big jars. So I do like having some in jars versus having them in the big buckets, but that's okay. So I just want to share, this is usually how we store them. I just pulled them out today because I was using some of it. They are dirty, but I just wanted to share. So that's usually what we do with our flour. For sugar, I did store some in the Mylar bags. Gonna dump this all in the food grade buckets. So I have 2 food grade buckets. Lauren had these out in our pantry area, so we're just gonna go with them and use them. This can be used for something else. Once you put the lids on here, they are hard to get off. I don't usually like these for myself just because I have a hard time prying these off. But if you are a man watching this video, this might be easier for you to use. But if I'm going to be using it for an everyday thing, I don't want to pry that off every time that I need sugar and flour. So another good option are these turn covers. I'm using this right now for our chicken feed out in our garage because I have baby chicks in there. And I have the feed in a food grade bucket, and I take this off every time. So it just turns like this on your jars. I need to get more of these. You can get food grade buckets from restaurants, places that, you know, like dairy restaurants or dairy stores that might have food grade buckets that they're not using anymore. You can do that. You can get some at Lowe's, I think Lauren said, and probably Amazon. So these are the best covers to use if you're gonna use it on a regular basis. So there you go. When it comes to covers, I just want to share that there are different options that you can do. When it comes to storing sugar in mason jars, you do not want to use, you can come in, you don't want to use oxygen absorbers in your sugar because your sugar will turn hard. You can with your flour. You also can oven bake your flour just to kill off anything that is in there. We are not going to do that today because I just want to get it done and get all of this off the table. I'm going to come back and we can talk about this new thing that I want to share with you. So I cleared up that area and I moved the hamburger, the jams over here, and then my soup right there. I'm going to be using them jars. I do have some sugar left over that I'm going to put out here that I wasn't able to fit all in them jars. This is just soup mix. So we have pancake mix, bread flour, brown sugar, cornmeal, and powdered sugar, just leftover jars of jelly. We have some salt over there. But I think if I keep all like the dry baking goods over on this side or down below, that'll be good. Then the kids can help if they need anything to grab. And this whole shelf is going to be open for canning stuff now. I will do something with that non-dry milk or the non-fat dry milk. I'll put that somewhere else, maybe even down. There's still a space over here, so I can put that down here, put the sugar that's left there until I get another food grade bucket, And I have this whole spot up here open now for all my canning stuff. So when I get the potatoes done, I will add that to that shelf. We are going to put more shelves up, but we have other things with animals and things going on right now that we don't have time to do that. But that is our other goal, is to get that going. Over here is all our canned goods. So we keep everything separated from our emergency pantry to our canned goods. We have our it's a mess in this area, so just don't worry about this area. But we have our oils, vinegars, and stuff that we store down there. Baking soda, olive oil, which should not be down there. We have another area for that. But mainly this is our canned goods, our canning, and then our emergency food pantry.